Hey everyone, Kevin here once again with my 123 cents, and today I got a little inspired after WWE.com had posted some videos from back in 1993 involving Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake, and that whole return of Hulk Hogan and the return of Brutus Beefcake. It was his first time back in the WWF or WWE since his parasailing accident nearly 3 years prior to that. So again, this was 1993. It was Monday Night Raw, and Raw was brand new. It was in its really early days, and they brought out Beefcake first, and he was kind of celebrating the fact that he was back and was ready to take on all comers. Then, of course, the Tag Team Champions, Money Incorporated, come out a bit later and accept Beefcake's challenge. Jimmy Hart kind of came out and was saying, guys, this is wasting our time, let's focus on the tag team titles, and eventually that led to Money Inc. attacking Beefcake, and Jimmy Hart actually being the one to defend him and protect him from further damage with the metal briefcase that IRS used to carry around. Then fast forward to the week after, and Hogan comes back and declares that he's back, and that Jimmy Hart is going to be their manager, and they're going to be called the Mega Maniacs, and they're ready to take on Money Incorporated, whether it's singles or tag team competition, which of course led to that big showdown at WrestleMania 9 where Hogan and Beefcake lost by disqualification. Hogan went on later, though, to win the WWF title from Yokozuna, and then lose it again at the King of the Ring a couple of months later, and then Beefcake, and Jimmy Hart all but disappeared, I think, from the WWF at that point, and all of them headed to WCW. Now, the thing that, for me, that, I remember this, watching it, I was in college at the time, but even kind of going back now and looking at it, though, my biggest question was, what was the whole point of this build-up for just a couple of months, and then three of the three big players in the angle were gone, had disappeared from the WWF. Did they know they weren't going to be sticking around? Back then, who knows? Maybe the contracts weren't signed, sealed, and delivered, so to speak. And I'm sure somebody's posted stuff about this before. I have never come across anything, but it just got me to thinking. And then the whole Jimmy Hart face turn, I thought, was kind of a fail, just because of the fact that Jimmy Hart had been such a good heel manager, and in my opinion, for the most part, I liked the heel manager over the face manager. If you look back in time to the WWF, Captain Lou Albano might be the exception to that rule. Sir Oliver Humperdinck, when he was managing Bam Bam Bigelow and Paul Orndorff as faces, I didn't really feel like he added much in that managerial role. A manager kind of plays that dirty, bad guy, trips the guy when the referee, the opponent when the referee's not looking, and that kind of thing. Whether it's whacking him with a cane or a megaphone, and they did something similar with Slick, turning him face as well. And I didn't think that Jimmy Hart, I didn't think that Slick and Oliver Humperdinck, just as those face managers, it just didn't work for me as a fan back then. And we don't really see much of the managerial role today, but that's something that I've talked about and blogged about returning, and hopefully with Paul Heyman now back in WWE, things will kind of turn around and we'll see more of the managerial role. So what do you think? Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching my 123 cents.